that Sharif Cooper hasn't done that I can say he should do to say he's done it all.
He won that championship. That was it.
Everything. He's done everything. He's scored a lot of assists.
The only thing that can cap off his career is becoming Mr. Basketball.
So why is it that when I watch Ron Odom, did I feel like he's the best player? Every time I watch Ron Odom play, I feel like I'm seeing something special. Like I'm seeing something that I'm not gonna maybe not see again. Said that for a long time, BJ Boston was my favorite high school player in Georgia. I don't get that feeling that I'm seeing something I'll never see again. It's the Love of the Game podcast. We in the building. We in this thing. I don't have a catchy phrase for Thursdays like I do on Sunday. Y'all gotta apologize. Locke didn't write my verse, so y'all can blame it.
I'm not a ghostwriter.
Locke is my ghostwriter.
You ain't Drake, and I'm not a ghostwriter.
Locke, you are the ghostwriter. You the ghostwriter. You the one be writing all my verses, dog, and don't nobody but you failed me today. What's Thursday?
Hey man, Throwback Thursday. I got my throwback. Throwback Thursday.
Hey, Drake, dog, you see what happened?
I'm old, man. I'm old.
Hey, man, as always.
Hold on. Bryce, you ain't get the memo. We wearing collar shirts today.
He could have kept that other collar shirt he had on there.
I got hot, man. They had me under the fire, man, in the kitchen. The questions was had to take it off. I was getting hot, man.
Are you official? Are you newly minted? What's going on?
Nah, I'm not newly
minted. Talk about it later?
Nah, I'm not newly minted anything. I'm newly minted nothing. That was just an interview prep.
I'm on you anyway, Bryce, because y'all call more press conferences than the president, dog. I don't know what's going on, Bryce. I need an understanding. I need a readout. I need a schedule. I need a roadmap. I don't want to wait until Monday. I don't want to wait for y'all press conference Monday. Can I get the behind the scenes?
You got to get in the group chat with Zako. Wow. Like me and Locke and Zako got a morning group chat. So that morning group chat might go off at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, he'll go off.
Hey, my mornings are trash, bro. So it's over for me early in the morning.
Yeah. So if you do a group chat, you might start to hear about these press conferences we be having coming up.
Man,
I try to have another one, but some people just don't listen. You know.
What's your press conferences about, man? Like,
am I stuck?
Yeah, you're stuck.
Teddy Riley.
There we go.
Teddy Riley, we can hear you, but we can't see you.
So my press conferences are it's something funny we kind of came up with. EJ actually came up with it. And it's just when the kid commits, we call it a press conference. So like when Terrell R committed, I tweeted out hashtag press conference, and then everybody starts tweeting, retweeting. The kid throw out his. I'm excited to announce my commitment to so and so. I'm gonna retweet it. I'm gonna throw out my Canes post, and then it's gonna go on from there. Hopefully,
it's commitments to where kids is playing AAU, Bryce.
No. Nah. We ain't doing none of that. It's commitment. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Hey, your next press conference is announcing your team. I saw that tweet.
No, that's not a press conference. No. The only press conference we have is to announce when a kid is committing to school. That's it. The rest of it is just
okay.
So if it's press conference, that means so and so is going wherever they're going. That's a press conference. You know what I'm saying? We announced that we're celebrating the kid. You know what I mean? Dante gonna retweet it. Sean gonna retweet it. Hopefully, you know, we try to get some buzz going for him. That's all it is. Something fun.
Canes press conference coming soon.
Well, nah, I'm all done. I'm all done.
We can't get no press conference on the show.
Man, none of this news live on air. All these commitments, nothing.
Because when kids get excited, they're just like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it," and they do it. It's not like a date, you know what I mean? It's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the video done tomorrow, and we're going out tomorrow." And
Wow, we already got the comments going. High school transfer.
hold on. So like, we so like Terrell R was gonna come on, right? He was gonna come on the show and do his commitment on, but then he was like, "Shit, I'm gonna get the video made." They went and did the video. He announced it the next day. Couldn't even get on the schedule.
That high school kids is ready to drop it when they ready to drop it. It's just
I don't like. I'm not gonna retweet anybody like transferring and making and edits for that though. I'm not doing that. I'm not. That to me doesn't make sense.
The transfer portal is open and going right now.
Yeah, but do we need to know? Do we need an edit for that?
Hey, you know what I want to edit for when it comes to transfers, bro? I want to edit of all the kids that put their name in the transfer portal that now don't have a school to go to.
Yep.
Ooh.
Like we need. No, I'm just saying, and I ain't even talk about that. Nobody talks about that.
Nah, a lot of kids dropping down to JUCO.
Right on time, bro. Hey, Locke, we gonna talk about NASCAR, dog. I swear, bro. You don't have to stand outside the racetrack.
I'm gonna stand inside the house the next show.
I watched,
It's safer inside.
I watched the entire NASCAR race last night. Y'all see it?
Mondre, hey, have y'all noticed how active Mondre has been on Twitter lately? Like,
what you mean?
Hey, he's been really active.
He's going hard in the paint.
he's going hard.
What I do?
You calling them out, going after people's heads, like you.
I don't know if you,
I ain't going after nobody now.
Andre. I don't know if you eat chicken wings faster or you tweet faster. I don't know.
Definitely.
Your tweets be coming fast, Mondre. I'll be like, dang, I just read the other one.
I haven't gone after anybody. I feel like I've been doing pretty good.
You didn't go after anybody in your hometown in Kentucky, in Louisville?
The police?
Okay, you went after somebody.
I mean, deservedly so.
I didn't say it wasn't deserved. I just said you went after somebody. You tried to deny it. Don't deny the facts, brother.
I don't know what y'all mean, man.
You see what I have to deal with, Andre?
It's awesome. I love it. Man. That guy's
Hey, somebody. Hey,
Dre.
Dre.
All love. Huh?
Dre, you got access to the transfer portal. How many of them kids ain't got nowhere to go?
I ain't been on it.
Y'all look at those numbers.
I bet it's 600 plus.
Wait, it's 600 kids in the transfer portal that haven't claimed a position?
At least. And I'm just talking about D1. I don't even get on the D2 and list and all that stuff.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
So when a school says to a kid is transferring, I only got one spot left.
Okay.
But we see a couple months later they sign more than one kid.
Oh.
This is not related to you. But why with that? Like how they
See, I could be on the hot seat to start off with. I think a lot of times guys do that because they scared to hurt a relationship. They think that's the nice way of telling the kid they don't want them. And that way you guys don't hold it against them moving forward. I personally hate it. I think it's better if you have a real relationship with a dude, to be honest with him, so his kid can have somewhere to go. That's not an option for him, because it comes back around. That's the thing of being around this business for so long. You always have to be careful how you treat people and what you say to people. And people, when they find out you're full of crap, they come back on you one day. You can't hide. You can't hide for so long behind it. So, but that's
wow.
The two things that I hear most often, and I've learned to understand that maybe those are just kind of coach speak answers, are if you need anything, let me know. And we like the kid. We like the kid, but when it follows with but, normally I know, nah, you really don't like that.
I'm hip to the we like him. I'm hip to that. But I the transfer thing was new to me because I'm just like, you know, a lot of people call somebody and they'll say we only got one spot. So my mom, like, all right, that's cool. You got one spot. I get it. You holding off for that one kid that you want. But really, you just don't like him.
And they signed 4 guys.
You see,
We got one spot. They signed 4 guys.
Man, if it's my kid, just tell me, man. Just say, listen, Cole, we don't like him like that.
Yeah, we don't want him.
Yeah.
Or,
How about this?
My favorite one.
Kids,
My favorite one.
and they don't have scholarships available.
No, my favorite one that you hear is we don't need that position. They're asking what position the kid is first. Yeah, coach, I don't need that position.
Right.
Like, shit, if you're good enough, we'll make room for your position.
Exactly.
Like LeBron James come around the door. Hey, shoot, make it work. You'll make that work.
Dre, it's funny you said that. I was listening to Matt Driscoll somewhere. He was talking about one year he took like 4 point guards. He said, "Man, they were just too good. I couldn't keep passing them up."
Yeah, make it work. You better make it work. Get the best players you can, and it all settle itself out anyway. Especially at points.
Yeah,
like you can't never have too many points in the court.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I'm gonna remember that I heard that, because when the coach said he wouldn't have a point guard, I'm saying, well, you can't never have too many good point guards, coach.
Hey man, I've been around a long time, and you can't win if you don't have a good point guard. I don't care who you are. You can't win.
Hey, Dre, Bryce came in smoking. He can even let you do intros. He can't.
I know, right? I'm like, oh man.
I'm just trying to figure out how the transfer thing works, because it's like how the kid transfers. How do you even get to know the kid and then they commit? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, it's interesting, man. Like it'd be interesting 4 or 5 years from now, for sure, when the numbers start coming back. Now, right now, it's cool to transfer, but what some of these dudes figuring out, like the grass ain't always greener. I just always go back to when I first got into the business. Transfers are kind of seen as a bad thing. And what happens is, in those days when the kid wanted to transfer, the coaches would talk. Like, I pick up the phone and call the school the kid was leaving from. So, hey man, tell me what's the deal with this kid. Now, like I said, we try to steal each other kids. We don't even call the coach. We try to take him away from the coach. And so we don't even try to find out what the issues with this kid, what his work ethic is like, reason why he don't have a bigger role, the reason why he been telling us he want to leave. The whole process has kind of got screwed up the last few years, in my opinion. And what happens, because there's so many more people involved with these kids and their decision making. You got guys that's advising kids that never been in this situation before. So it's so much more of that now. Back in the day, I think it was more, the parents that know the kid their whole life, the coaches who been around the kid every day, whether they're working them out or on the summer ball or in high school. But now it's so many like random dudes involved in their recruitment.
So who do you like to build the relationships with? The AAU coaches or the high school coaches? Or the handler?
The handler.
That's what it is. It's a handler.
Yeah. It's crazy how it's evolved. That's a new thing. Like to us old heads, we didn't have handlers back when I first got to the game. And how you got to maintain is you got to figure out who's helping these dudes make decisions now. Like, the one thing I've learned, and maybe just the kids I've recruited, has all been different birds, but no matter what they tell you, no matter what mom tell you, no matter what grandma tell you, it ain't the kids' decisions. They bouncing it through somebody. And nowadays it seems to be the workout guys and the guys that get in the cars, taking kids to schools, to visit places. He's the guys taking kids to games. He's the guys who's spending the most time with these guys now. So of course that's who a lot of these kids are bouncing their questions through. Even though sometimes those guys don't know what the devil they're doing, but you still better be talking to them. I've learned that a lot of times some of those guys have the power to tell a kid where to go. Mm-hmm. Where they most dangerous, though, they can stop a kid from coming to you. So you got to make sure you're building relationships, because you have a kid ready to go, mom ready to go, high school coach ready to go, travel ball coach ready to go, and the kid kind of on the fence. And you're like, why this kid ain't make a decision yet? And there's some random dude who on Sunday mornings had this guy at church gym who's telling him he need to go to a different school, So that's what those guys.
He telling the kid, you high major, you should be.
Hey,
what does that mean nowadays, Coach? What does that even mean?
I hear those type of conversations every week.
The high major thing?
Yeah, like honestly, at this point, like what does that really mean? Like, you got Steph Curry that played at Davidson, like you got Damian Lillard. You got all of these guys that didn't go high major, and we still have guys telling them that you're high major. Like that means something. I don't understand what that means.
This is the most foolish thing in the world, and I'm guilty of saying this sometimes. I don't say it. We don't use that word around here, and I had to learn that the hard way. My first year here, the staff split up scouts, and my first scout was a 9-1 game, so of course we beat them by 80. My second scout was Kentucky, so I was standing in front of the guys giving my presentation, and there was a couple of guys at the end of the rotation, and I said the words. Yeah, they high major, man. Of course, he can make a layup. You leave him open. And coach just jumps me. Bang. What the hell are you trying to say? Our guy's high major. Like, I was like, shit. Oh, dang on, coach, I ain't mean like that. But, the kids but I understood his message is like our dudes can play anywhere. My guys can play anywhere in the country. So saying they high major, tell us about the kid. What can he do? What hand he uses? Tell us about the kid. To get that high major, low major, mid-major stuff. That was the message behind it. But I won't say that word. Like if the coach listening to this podcast, coach, that wasn't me saying that word. We don't talk about that word. We try to emphasize to our kids, go to the best program. And no matter what metric you use, our program is a top 50 program in the country. We play in the mid-major league per se, but you pull up the numbers. Our kids can play anywhere, and that's been proven.
100%.
Y'all definitely don't shy away on that schedule, bro.
Don't you're gonna get me fired, man. I still got some games to fire, man. That's like I swear to God, I dreamed about it last night. I woke up in the middle of the night like, no, I thought I had a scheduling call. Like somebody agreed to play me. But it's getting tougher and tougher. It's one of the good things. I've done scheduling a few times now in my career. And this is a good problem to have, that people don't want to play you, that mean you're pretty good. I've been through college seasons where my schedule was done in January. And that's not a good thing when people want to sign up and jump on and play you that early. So it's kind of a compliment, but it's a pain in the neck. I'll spend pretty much all day trying to finish up our schedule, which is a task.
Coach, I'm looking back at this season and looking at y'all record. I don't know that I want to play y'all neither. Who's leaving? That's the first thing I want to know. I'm looking at y'all like, hey man,
I don't know, Coach Easy. Coach Easy on here. He said he'll play, Coach.
Oh, Easy, man. Easy ain't messing with me. Easy, no, I ain't messing with him. He's not messing with him.
Hey, Dre. There's one thing about our show now. We'll find your game and we'll get you voted in.
Yeah.
Kevin Easy lead games for the same reason I lead games. Nobody ain't playing Kevin Easy.
Hey, Coach, I want to know, like these guys, we use some language on here when we say guys that have never been in this situation before, telling kids where to go. Are you seeing guys that never even played, like telling kids? We talking about these workout guys. Are you talking about guys that never even played, telling a kid where they should go to school?
Yeah, and that's part of the conversation, I guess. I wasn't a big time player myself. I played Division III basketball, played high school ball, things of that nature. So it'd be hypocritical for me to say, like, you got to be a certain level player in order to advise a kid where to go. My thing is, like, make sure you do research on it. Like, if you tell a kid that he could play at XYZ University, know how they play, know what kind of players the coach like, know where the school is located, know the demographics of the school, and know all this stuff about it before you go. Don't just because the name on the jersey and who the face of the program is. Do some research. Do he play freshman? Do he like big guards, small guards? Do he play multiple guards? Does he have to play 9-10 guys? Like, that's the kind of stuff you gotta know. Style, not only that school, but also the conference. If you're some 6'8" dude and you call yourself a 3-man, and that league plays the tallest dude on the court in that league is 6'6", you probably ain't gonna play a 3 at that school. And that's something you probably need to know as you're advising the kid. Like, how you gonna play 3 against a bunch of 5'10" dudes? It's impossible. Like, the coach gonna play it. So do research on these things before you do. When I first got in, when I was a little bit quicker with my tongue, I used to get angry at guys. I used to hate when the coach told me, "Hey, coach, I got a great guy for you." I'd be like, "What the hell that mean? Like, you ain't seen me play." Can you name 3 teams in my league? Like, you can't. Like, how you gonna get a great guy for me? And that's the thing. Like, I got older now, wise. I'm able to verbalize it a little bit better now. But that was always the most frustrating. Go out and watch people. Go watch people practice. Go watch coaches practice. Go sit behind the bench when you come to a game. Listen to those guys coach those kids. And then you can give a kid an informed decision. I don't think it's necessarily about whether or not you can do it yourself or not. I think it's more about making sure you got the right information that you're feeding the kid.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you this, man. Honest to goodness, what's the difference between a Division II player and a Division I player?
Nothing.
Hey.
And I do think there's 5-6 programs in the country. I won't name them. That's different. If they're having a good year, they're on top of their game, they're different. But the elite of the D2 schools, some of those teams, the elite of them, could win some of these D1 conferences. I'm 100% convinced of that. It changed a little bit probably since I was at a D2 school, because now the prep school stuff has become a little bit more prevalent. But I just give examples all the time, and if I get the rambling, you guys stop me. But I always use the Georgia JUCOs and the Florida JUCOs as an example when I was coming up. When I first was coming up, the Georgia JUCOs had that state test those kids had to pass. Remember, they used to have to take a state test at the end of their career to get their associates. So unless you was a dude, it was hard for you. If you couldn't pass that test, you wasn't going D1. So a lot of those kids wound up in that Peach Belt Conference. In Florida, they had the thing where those kids used to have to take a test at the beginning. So a lot of dudes, not saying everybody, but some of those dudes go to JUCO for a reason. So they give them a test when they first get in the door. They don't do well on those tests. So their whole first semester at least, have done remedial classes, stuff they don't transfer. So what happened when the 2 years of eligibility up, them kids wound up D2. So some of the elite D2s, especially when I was there, would beat the brakes and would win some of the Division I leagues. I think sometimes the size of the frontline guys may differ, but other than that, if you could play, like I don't see a major difference. One of my best players I coached to this day was when I was at Wingate, and I say that all the time. He's a 6'6" kid. He's still playing in the year league somewhere. He came through before the be a positionless was cool. So people didn't figure out, they didn't know if he's a 3, they didn't know if he's a 4. Well, I knew every time I watched him, he had about 50 points. So I was like, hey, we're figuring that thing out. You know, he wound up being a 3-time All-American and was all league all 4 years. And so so I don't think it's a major difference personally. And I know as a D1 coach, I know we ain't supposed to say that, but if you could play, it's enough schools. There's not enough Division I scholarships out there for all the really good basketball players. So some guys get missed for whatever reason. Some guys step back as far as transfer sometimes, but it's some really good players at all levels.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. Does that mean you missed out somewhere on Robert Cologne?
I'm trying to think. Rob came out. He came out my first year at Charlotte.
Yeah.
I could talk about him because he's done his eligibility now. I wouldn't say we missed out. We had. I knew who he was, of course, because he's from down my home area, down there, Fayetteville. And the guy that advised him, a guy named Charles Clark, who does a great job. Does a good job of putting the kids in the area on notice. So I knew who he was. We happened to have a really, really good point guard in that freshman class that we signed out when we first got to Charlotte. So we wasn't going to do another point. We had a couple already. My head coach at the time, philosophy different from mine per se. He was more of a small roster management guy. He didn't like a lot of dudes that wouldn't be happy on the bench. So he didn't want to have 12, 13 guys that all thought they should play. So he wouldn't recruit over top of guys per se. If that makes sense. But Rob a killer, though. He's a bad boy. Who?
Hey, man, they better go look him up. Hey, you don't know who that is, go look him up.
He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. He got missed a lot. I don't know if he had it. I don't want to misquote the kid. He probably could speak to himself. I don't know if he had a Division I offer.
I know who he had an offer by.
Who's that? So you spy though, but I think a lot of guys missed. Eastern North Carolina get missed a ton.
Yeah.
People misevaluate that thing out down there. So it's kind of how I made a living.
Hey, Coach, I gotta ask this question.
Okay.
Rivalry game. You guys get a win. what are you saying to the opposing coach in that handshake line? We've been talking about this for a couple of shows now. Like, Huff said he doesn't want to hear a good game after he lost. So I want to know, what are y'all saying to each other?
I'll tell you what, this is my platform for it. I jokingly say it all the time on every staff I've been on. If it's up to me, we'd outlaw that freaking stupid behind handshake at the end of the game thing. I hate it. I hate it, win, lose, or draw. Like, it's up to me, we'd throw up the deuces. We could do our conversations after we get back in the back. I hate the post-game handshake thing. I think it's nonsense. If you win, sometimes, especially like, you don't want to go tell that guy good job. And most of the time we lie to each other. Oh, man, you guys are going to be fine. And you be thinking like, hey, dude, you about to get fired. and the poor little kids like, good job, little man. Good job scoring 8 points on us. You know, like, hey man,
like we had to kind of in those conversations.
Hey, I'm looking at some of those scores and I'm never mind. I ain't going there.
So I hate the handshake line. I think the NBA do it right, man. Just get the game over. You dap up the guys you want to dap up and just get the devil out of there. I hate it so bad. I said, if I get me a job, I want to talk my first game. I want to talk to the other head coach. Hey, man, let's not do that freaking stupid behind handshake line. Let's just walk off the court. We'll talk about it beforehand. We start a trend so they get rid of it. I hate it so much.
Is it coaches that you really don't like even want to dap up before the game? Like, like, yo, man, I don't want to talk to this dude at all.
Yeah, of course. And I think that's human nature. And the worst ones, the ones that you know they don't really rock with you. Mm-hmm. So why are you over here coming talk to me, man? Like, I don't want to talk to you today. Like, it's the same thing when you go out recruiting. Like, why are you sitting beside? Why you come sit beside me, guy? I know you're talking junk about me. Like, it's fine. Like, that's I think one of my gifts as a person. Like, I'm a pretty, you guys that know me well. Like, I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty laid back, silly and stuff. But if I don't rock with you, I don't rock with you. I don't want to chit chat you if I don't like you. Like, so why even pretend? Why pretend?
Coach, I got to remember not to tell anybody good game. I feel like maybe we ain't got to worry about it. Corona's going to take away the handshake line anyway.
Hopefully.
I ain't got nobody up.
I'm kind of mad. I wanted that to be my Hall of Fame, my claim to fame. They're going to put me in the Hall of Fame for stopping the handshake line. The Corona do it for me. I ain't going to get credit for it. I can't invent some new defense or something, so I was going to invent, hey, we're going to kill the handshake line. That was going to be it.
Hey, Huff, and I want you to weigh in on this too. Should we take away the no dunking rule in high school layup lines? Please say yes.
Oh, for me,
I see both sides of it.
Why should they not be dunking in layup lines, Coach?
The equipment. I think it's more the equipment thing.
It's the equipment thing.
Yeah, they break that rim. What you gonna do? There's no game there.
Hey, Madre, we got some rims at our school that kids dunk on them. They just
yeah.
Wow.
And then, you know, at some schools like Creekside and Centennial, some of the Fulton County schools, they got those baskets that you can, you know, you bring them in, so you have to replace them or whatever. So I think that's part of it.
Yeah,
obviously.
Hey, no rule in college, right? Y'all let Isaiah out.
Oh man, he plays on a dunk. He plays on the dunk show every game. We got 8, 9 guys on our team that got bounced. So that's like one of the fun parts of the game, watching those guys go crazy. I always hate it. Yeah. You know one. Kyron Galloway, freaky too now. Another Georgia boy.
I hope y'all recruit his brother.
That boy is a sniper, man. What he's gonna do? I keep hearing he's gonna come out this class.
Hey, boy, lock the feds. Lock the feds. You can't talk about kids that ain't signed. Lock the feds.
Okay. I forgot about that. He set me up.
He will do that.
He didn't say anything. He just said he's a good shooter. He come out in 2020.
Locke will set you up. Next thing you know, you got somebody you beefing with somebody. You better watch out. Watch out.
My compliance lady called me now. Mess with y'all.
Nah, I got you, Jerry. People just don't like Bryce. That's all they
don't. And I'm okay with that.
I always knew Locke was working for them people, dog. I always knew it. Hey,
so that was actually a college coach's job back in the day. Huff probably could tell you. You had the guy who looked out for the refs.
Yeah.
So when you guys get loose on the rim, You came up with a key word. You screamed to the team,
Yep.
5-0, 5-0, and everybody stopped dunking.
Yeah, they don't remember when you used to go out and do warm-ups at halftime.
Yeah, I remember that in high school.
I did that myself.
Yeah. That was the best time to warm up.
Yeah, they should bring that back.
The refs weren't out there either.
Halftime of the girls' game. Hey,
you get it.
If your girls getting smacked, you like, man, we gotta show out.
I feel like the game should be for the fans and for the players, man. Let the players rock out, dog. Like
let them go.
Let some of them dudes on the bench who ain't gonna get no time, but you know what I'm saying? Let them get their little time. Yeah, that might be their best highlight of the game was in layup lines, man. Let them get loose.
When I was at Western Carolina, man, that's before they changed the dunk in the pregame rule. And one of our freaking walk-ons freaking goes down. The referees come out and hammers wild. Boom! The referee came out there. It was a rivalry game too. I was at Western. We was playing Appalachian State, which is a rivalry game. So the head coach come out there like he's looking at this daggone kid. He wanted to kill him. And we wound up winning the game at the buzzer. You talking about the happiest man in America when we won that daggone game? And kid hit a shot. And I always think about that, man, because I don't think he ever dunked it that hard, but he ran up there and dunked that thing. I was like, damn, coach gonna kill you, boy. And Larry Hunter ain't play.
Hey, coach, they on your head in the comments, man. Robert Alfonso asking, which colleges in North Carolina haven't you coached at? Like, them all, coach. Which one have you not been to?
The coach is the original OG, man. Like there's a ton of them, coach. You know that. But I've been blessed, man. Like my experience has taken me to so many different places. I've got to do all 3 levels. I got to do every kind of school imaginable. I've done students bodies of 25,000. I've done little private schools. So it's been really, really cool to do so many different experiences. My wife and I actually laugh about me being in North Carolina the whole time because part of the reason why I wanted to do college was I thought I was going to get to move over the country and travel over the place and experience different cultures. It just so happened that every opportunity I've had, for the most part, has been in the state. The best opportunity I've had at the time has been in-state jobs. So it's been a blessing, but it wasn't done on purpose. Now that I'm old and I got like another year or so before I could draw North Carolina retirement. So now it's kind of intentional. But up until that point, I used to get mad I couldn't get a job out of the state. I'll tell a story, and probably unprofessional to tell. When I was at Western Carolina, I tried to get on UNCW twice. The first time I didn't get the job, the guy who was the head coach told me the reason why he didn't give it to me because he already had a Carolina guy. Be honest with you, it pissed me off because I was like, dude, I help your so-called Carolina guy. I'm the one to help him. I help him get dudes. Like so. But I was so much I wasn't professional enough with my response. And I was the lead recruiter or the recruiting coordinator, whatever you want to call us, at Western Carolina at the time. And I remember telling the other 2 assistants because the head coach kind of leaned on me for player advice. I was like, man, don't bring a North Carolina kid in this dang office. We're not signing one. We're not taking no North Carolina kids this year. I can recruit anywhere I want to recruit. It's all about building relationships, figuring out who the decision makers are in that area, and doing a good job with families and doing a good job with those jobs. You can get players from anywhere if you work at it. So we didn't take a North Carolina kid in that class. And it's funny how it probably helped me get the Wilmington job the following year because I'm an old head. I grew up working camps and stuff like that. And I always knew people in Texas through 5-Star. And that was one of the areas I wanted to kind of learn it anyway. So I was like, man, I'm going to go work Texas, go work Florida, come down to Georgia. Just going to do places that are out of my wheelhouse per se. And one of the first days of the live period in the fall, I'm sitting in the gym, 6 o'clock in the morning in Dallas, and Buzz Peterson, the head coach, come walking in the gym, and you can see his face just light up. Like, damn, boy, you're everywhere. And after that, man, he'd start talking to me every week, and his assistant wound up leaving that season, and I didn't even have to interview for the job the next time. So that was kind of cool. So I get labeled this North Carolina guy. And like I said, when I was young, it used to make me angry, but I learned to appreciate it and love it because ain't nothing wrong with that. But I know I could go any place I want to go recruit.
Hey, being a North Carolina guy ain't half bad, man. It's a lot of talent, and North Carolina basketball state, big dog. So if I don't think I'd be mad to be labeled as a Georgia guy with as much talent as we got in Georgia. So it kind of is what it is. I feel like
Yes, sir.
from talking to you guys, though, I feel like those labels can become a bad thing, to be labeled as a recruiter or labeled as a guy that gets it done in your state, or like, man, how big is the fight, man? Like, you gotta go into the fight with a weapon, dog. What's the bad thing about having a weapon?
I think as I gotten older, I learned to appreciate like what I am. I struggled with it for a long time, just being a black minority assistant coach. I always try to fight the whole I'm a recruiter, I'm a player's guy label. But as I've gotten older, I was like, I'm not going to fight it. It's the reality. It kind of comes in handy sometimes. I've had a great career to this point. Got to do this almost 20 years at the college level, which is phenomenal. A lot of times when it's used in a negative way, when that term is used in a negative way, it's usually when we talk about making us head coaches, right? Like, he can only recruit. He can't coach a team. He can't run the team, and that's how they kind of use it against us. But that's pretty much goes in line with what happens in the world, in our society. They kind of move the goalpost on you all the time. Like, what's wrong with being able to get players, have a relationship with kids, and get the kids to lead? You know, now the cool term is the CEO thing. Like, you don't want a businessman coaching my kid. I want a coach. I want a coach coaching my kid. And so that's just another way of kind of moving the goalposts of why they don't give guys jobs. But if everybody knows, if you're worth your weight in salt, you better have some freaking players. The better your players are, the better your plays work, and everybody knows that. So when they start throwing labels on us, it's like us throwing labels at the grassroots level or whatever. It's just more to move the goalposts on you and to make you lose your confidence in what you can and what you can't do.
I hate to see it, dog. I feel like come in there and to me, that's why certain guys got hired, dog. Let them do what they good at and expand and grow them. To me, that's how you build a staff. But what do I know? Coach, it looks like we might be getting the NBA coming back here soon. I hear that the date is July the 30th. Now I'm hearing that there are some guys that are hesitant to even come back. Who gets y'all vote as the guy that you think is telling the commissioner, I'm not coming? Who's the biggest name guy that y'all think that's telling the commissioner, nah, I'm chilling? Y'all think it's Kawhi?
I can see Kawhi. I was thinking Kyrie, but Kyrie been hurt. I can see Kyrie
definitely is not coming back. Kyrie, I'm not gonna say who's with him, but Kyrie's definitely not coming back.
Yeah, that would be the one who jumped in my head, because Kyrie kind of does his own thing all the time anyway. While Carmelo, like I said, already mentioned that he's not going to do it. So everybody keeps saying Kawhi. I don't know. I know LeBron want to play.
Why would you not? I mean, I get it, but why would you not want to come back, finish the season out, and get your money real quick?
Because I think because the NBA is basically saying that, hey, we know that there's no way to stop some of you from getting the coronavirus, and we're going to play knowing that.
Yeah.
You don't think they're going to be able to? I mean, well, yeah.
I'm just going by the NBA statement. I'm not going by what I think.
How long? So whoever doctors were for Utah, they probably need to be on call somewhere, right? I mean,
he talking about low management. I don't know. I don't know if he's not playing the whole season is low or half the season is low management, but
I wonder what happens. Like, what happens if like LeBron gets sick? Do they stop it?
Oh, they're going to stop it.
Because
hey man,
let me ask you this: if you do temperature checks for every person in that bubble, wouldn't you feel confident that you would be okay?
Hell no. Hell no.
I don't think
no.
No.
None of the guys that actually had it had any symptoms.
But they've also said recently that people who are asymptomatic have a lesser chance of passing it on, I guess, than they thought, right?
I mean, lesser, yes, but I mean, if you're defending somebody, I think those rules go out the window, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
I was just looking at it. Like I was looking at the statistics for Georgia the other day, and I'm no expert on this, obviously, but to me, the numbers look like the numbers related to the flu to me.
Y'all Georgia, man, y'all governor down there on some wild stuff, so I wouldn't trust anything they put out down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my mouth on that one, but yeah, he tripping. But
he probably calling it something else down there. Like ain't no tell him. It's like
he probably can't be the name of it.
I guess my thing is Bryce would be this. If I was an NBA player, would I say in July, yeah, I'll go play? I figured that the NBA has enough resources to create the safest possible environment when it comes to basketball more than anybody else. But I would not believe that means that there is zero chance that I'm going to go out here and catch coronavirus. Like there's still a high probability that somebody is gonna get it.
But I mean, in the comments, he said that that's not many people die from the flu. People die from the flu every year around the country. They probably just.
I think we missing the important part of what he's saying in a 3-month span.
True.
We're taking flu.
But they don't die like that anymore because we have flu shots, obviously. But I mean, yes. Yeah.
So, Mondre, I'm guessing y'all not playing in the tip-off classic then.
I'm playing on ice, boy.
So look here, and my thing is, and it wasn't necessarily about me, but for me, right? I want to see Andre Gray and them back out recruiting. If it's not safe for colleges to be out recruiting, then why am I sending my team out to go play? What do we have to gain? Unless Dre Gray gonna tell me that they're actively watching every YouTube stream that they possibly can, then to me, you're telling me if the NCAA isn't signing off any events, then we're playing for what? For somebody else to make a bunch of money.
Wait. Andre, are you gonna watch the live streams?
Exactly.
Are you going to watch?
I'll be honest. I don't have much of a life, so I will go there and watch. I will go there and watch some. It's just like what happens is it's so hard. It's not a good angle for me. Now I'm not good enough to watch a live stream and say, "Hey, this is a kid I gotta have." Now a pro is a pro. Like anybody could figure out LeBron James to play, no matter what angle you got it from.
Right.
But it's so hard because when you shoot from high up, for me, you can't really tell how well the guys move. But then from the floor, you can't see the movement. So there's no good angle to evaluate in those settings. Like I always when I'm first time seeing the kid, I personally like sitting down low the first time I see him because I want to watch like his movements a little bit closer and listen to him a little bit so I can hear him. But after I'm familiar with the kid's movement qualities, I like to watch from up high after that so I can see how he play within the flow of the game. And I can watch some of the stuff he's doing when he's not in the game. So I could watch like his interactions with his coaches and interactions with his teammates, things like that, when I'm trying to make a decision on him. So it's hard for me personally to evaluate off that stuff, but I do watch it. I got on the little workout this past weekend that one of the travel ball teams up this way did. I watched a little bit of it, but that's more because I don't have a life. But some of these dudes talking about charging like $200 and just to watch the live stream which is wild. But
really,
yeah,
wow.
Ooh.
I saw that.
That's tough.
That was my point, dog. Like you're not paying your mortgage on me, bro. So not when it doesn't make sense, bro. If it makes sense, like I'm cool. I understand how often kids are how much and how bad kids want to get out there and play. And I understand that there are some kids who playing, even if college coaches aren't there, that it still helps them because they're still out there getting experience and developing. So I'm not knocking that at all. But every business operates off risk, their risk assessment and evaluating risk. Like, so I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just saying what makes sense to me. If I can't go out there and watch the NBA play, if the NCAA has yet to sign off and certify an event, then that's 2 levels up from me, 3 levels actually, if depending on where you want to slot high school above or below AAU. But there are at least 2 levels.
Put it above.
I don't want no smoke.
High school, right?
I don't want no smoke.
I'm saying put high school above AAU.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so then that's 3 levels above me that have not signed off on any event.
Now,
what the fuck am I doing?
Locke usually has intel, and he usually knows when live periods are going to happen. So I think there are some live periods.
You know, right now in July,
I've seen dates.
Oh, not July. August.
I've heard dates in August.
Yeah, they're talking about giving us some in August, September, and October. So the last I heard, but that's all. But the one good thing, Dre, like to be honest though, like where it could help. Now, with me per se, it probably not as much, but everybody know now, like these dudes that recruit off of Twitter, these dudes that all they do is watch Twitter and offering dudes. It could help those guys. It could help those guys because you get the right guy tweeting about a kid, they're gonna call and offer them after they see a tweet about them. So it might get some kids some offers that way if you got the right guys and they're tweeting about them. So, but those guys also usually wind up in the portal and don't have their job long. So, but they do exist. Everybody know they do exist. Ain't no sense of front.
I mean, it's to me, it's odd because every coach that we have on, y'all all say the same thing as far as what you're looking for, right? When you're evaluating a kid, it's like, oh, I want to see him in every setting. I want to see him with his high school team. I want to see him at AAU. I want to see how he acts with his coaches. I want to see when they up, how his body language is. When they down, how his body language is. And that stream ain't really showing you that.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Locke. So is the Tip-Off Classic having fans?
I don't know.
Yes.
Man,
yes.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure they are.
Yes, they are.
But no fact, he did say that because it's mandatory that everyone has a mask. If you don't have a mask on, you're getting kicked out.
Wow.
That's what's said on the rules. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up the rules real quick.
Oh, that's the one. That's the tournament that's coming up for the 4th of July.
4th of July, yeah, 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I would let somebody else go first too. You run your tournament first. How you do?
There's a tournament this weekend.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna let you do yours first.
There's a tournament this weekend. I don't know, Uncle Drew. What are we saying? What about the players? I think we talked about
Uncle Drew,
the players and their need to continue to develop. So I get it for some guys that need to be out there competing and for that part of it, you know, I get it. But
should it just have been a 2021 summer then?
I can't tell nobody what they should do. I'm only gonna say to me what makes sense to me in my head. Like
it makes sense to your family. Like what's makes sense to you?
3 levels up saying nah, not happening yet. Like if the NCAA comes out and says for sure that this live period is gonna happen in August, then to me, you're telling me I have to come back in July because I can't send them out there in live period unprepared. Like we gonna have to play 1 or 2 events before live period. But
it's tough, man, for these kids, and I get the guy's point. I'm sure he worried about his son or nephew or somebody, but you have to. There was a time before college coaches recruited off the summer circuits, and I'll talk about like in my own perspective all the time. Like you got to run your own so-called race. Us college guys get paid a lot of money to figure out who can play, who can't play. We're gonna come see them eventually. Maybe they won't get the sign in November like they have in the past. Maybe they won't get seen until during the seasons. But coaches gonna go out and see these dudes. That's what we talked about earlier. That's how we make a living. And the better our players are, the better our plays work, the more games we win. if we put them in the right spots. So coaches are going to get out there and see those guys one way or the other eventually. Not having travel ball season, I don't think necessarily going to be a make or break deal. I imagine they probably give us some more days on our calendars during the school year where we could get out and things of that nature. And then there's always the spring. I think so right now guys are wanting to rush the process a little bit. That's why they're trying to die to get out there. But I personally don't see how a kid, especially a high school guy, now transfers is a little bit different because they've already been to college, and sometimes they transfer to schools they got recruited by the first time. But if I'm a high school kid and a high school parent, I wouldn't want to go to a school that I've never seen, the coach, that I don't know the kids on the team with them. I wouldn't feel comfortable sending my kid to that anyway. So I don't see why you'd be in a rush to go play live tournaments, try to get some offers.
Yeah, I think I saw the same. I saw the same thing, Alfonso. I saw
like the tournament director is going to have their logo on the mask.
Hey, that's dope.
Somebody said,
if you got a Tip-Off Classic mask, I'm gonna buy one.
That's kind of hot.
Now, and that's what I don't want to do. Like, I don't want to knock anybody for trying to make an event safe. So I read through the Tip-Off Classic guidelines, and based on what the guidelines say, it looks like they're trying to take as many precautions as possible. I think what the guidelines say are really, really tough to do given how they're laid out, and it's going to be I'd love to see how it plays out. It's going to be really tough. When you talk about clearing a gym after every game, you're clearing the fans out before you and disinfecting everything before you let another group of fans in. Like, how many teams can you get in there on that?
That's a lot of people you got to pay.
Hey, I'm gonna bring my own sanitizer and spray on it. Got my own.
Yeah,
so Dre, you're not gonna go cover the tournament?
The Tip-Off Classic?
Yeah.
Dre ain't going nowhere.
No, I hope Jerome makes a lot of money. That event is great. I played in it last year, so it's definitely great. My kids got great bump. The scheduling, the facilities, everything was great.
Man, so I need somebody there to tell me about it, man.
Say what?
So I thought I was gonna have you there to tell me about it.
No, I think my first time out will probably be like I'll probably try to go to one of Sean's camps because it's a limited number of participants at the camp. I don't want to be elbow to elbow with anybody. And out of all the rules that I read, they're disinfecting the benches. Nobody's talking about disinfecting the general area where all the fans and stuff are sitting. So yeah, no, I'm good.
Got grass blowing around, y'all talking to each other, gossiping about who not playing enough minutes and all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. If I can get a stream link that don't cost me $200, I'll watch and I'll tweet out on kids and I'll yeah.
Anybody that's watching this and they're selling Tip-Off Classics masks, buy me one. I would cash up you. I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be in Orlando.
That's a cool idea.
And this is a good idea too from Uncle Drew that each team needs multiple jerseys. That don't come back in here with that same jersey after that game. But like, I would say you probably need to shower. But most
of these jerseys, man.
Hey, look at the next comment. They said they should do away with pool play.
Older kids don't have pool play like that.
But I agree. I would like to see pool play done away with anyway. Like, I like the bracket style. Like, give me, my set amount of games, because when you got pool play and then you go into bracket play, then you're talking about 8 games or whatever in a weekend but we don't need that.
I will say one thing I was thinking about this AAU thing being delayed. I think it's actually good for the kids though, because they go right from high school right into AAU. That's too much basketball.
And then back into high school.
Yeah.
Man, you bring up such a great point, right? So now you're talking my language. Don't kids need a rest? Don't they need to develop some kind of way and not just keep playing over and over and over again?
Yeah, I think 3 weeks after the season is good.
No shade, but I don't really like everything that happens in June because, and I'll just go for my own.
Me either, Trey.
I don't like June, bro. I don't, and fall league can.
I hate fall league.
I love fall league.
But I
love
absolutely hate fall league.
I hate that.
I
Here's
love
what I'm saying. Why June?
My thing with June is, like Bryce said, we're coming off of an intense AAU schedule that a lot of kids Memorial
They only
Day
had one live period.
is a bit only one live period, which I absolutely loved, right?
So what are we doing in May?
But I'm saying in May, you still got big events that are still happening in May, especially around Memorial Day. Like guys is like, I mean, one of the better events.
Here's my point, Mondre. You hating on June, which is the only time a high school coach in Georgia can get their team together, everybody, no matter what number. But you're hating on June when in May they're playing an event that doesn't matter.
I'm not hating on June. I don't like playing games in June.
Hold on.
You want to practice? We want to work out. Let's go.
He's an
do it.
AAU coach.
Games.
He's an AAU coach. So of course he's gonna hate June.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying I would change June. What I hate is fall league.
I hate fall league.
I don't play fall league, but here's a flip side. So kids haven't played with their high school team. I bet you get a lot more people to try to play fall league this year.
Yeah,
I hate fall league.
I mean, most kids play fall league though. I just
some of them do, some of them don't.
To me, you're gonna get a lot of good kids hurt in fall league. Well, all them dudes ain't got no business out there playing. Like it's.
There's nothing I can't evaluate in fall league that I can't see in practice, in my opinion.
How can you even evaluate when you ain't even coaching?
To me, I like the.
yeah.
To me, in June, Huff, what I would like is like how you guys practice with other teams, and y'all might do some scrimmage and stuff like that. I like that. But to come from an AAU season that's been tough, and then you go play in June, like my son was playing on multiple teams in June, not multiple high school teams, but playing JV in June and playing varsity in June. Like it's a lot of games, bro. Like you walk out of there dead. We all say that's a bad thing to do.
Why are you playing a ton of tournaments in May when it doesn't mean anything?
We're not playing a ton. You don't have to play a ton of tournaments in May. Like
no,
if you play
don't.
in May,
you know programs would play every weekend.
Oh yeah, it's some, but I don't. We don't.
It's high school programs will play every week. So if you got that going on, he's like, of course they're gonna be tired in June. They play every weekend in May. That's not the high school coach fault. I feel like that's the AAU program director, coach, or whatever. They gotta learn how to give their kids a break. But parents want their kids to play every weekend.
Hey, my boy said all the Babbage AAU teams play fall league. I don't do it. And we're gonna play. I would play twice in May. Like I always want. To me, May is the time where we're going out of town. We're gonna go try to get some kids on college campuses in May. That's the time that we're gonna go out and try.
We'll play one tournament to tune up before live period, and that's it. See you when I see you. Give me my jerseys back.
Hey, here's my thing. I just think I don't have a problem with playing any, play as much as you want to. I just think the kids got to develop some kind of way. And I think there has to be some development. Let's say you win a state championship. That's the first and second week in March. So they're going right into it to get ready to play in April for AAU. So they're playing all April. If they're playing all May, and then they're playing all June, then they're playing all July.
They're fall league in August.
Right, like, come on now, let's.
Hey,
break got to be given somewhere, and nobody wants to give up the calendar. That's break
got to be given somewhere. When is the kid gonna work on his game? I mean,
Coach Trey, do they do fall leagues in North Carolina?
No. Like they do them in the summertime sometimes, but no, not in North Carolina.
It's trash.
Interesting.
I'm not a fan of the fall league. I've seen a lot of sloppy basketball in the fall league.
Yeah, it's some like, I guess it's some like rec type fall leagues, but nothing that's really good. I should say.
Hey,
it's not that guys.
$1,400. Shoot, I need my jersey back.
Yeah. And I wouldn't get rid of June. Like, I wouldn't completely do away with June. Like, I thought the June team camp was one of the dopest things we had going in the state.
Yeah, the team count, that individual count, horrible.
My sweater.
Horrible. No, it was going to be even horrible this year. They was trying to, instead of these 2021 kids, they should have just invited 100 2021 kids, period. No underclassmen. If you're going to, you should have did 2 camps, an underclassmen camp and a rising senior camp.
Hey, post that.
I wish I personally like, and again, I'm probably not a typical college guy. I hate that they break this thing up the way they do. I wish they didn't give us a set calendar so we'd be able to go out whenever we wanted to and watch kids whenever it's convenient for us, per se.
Yeah.
And the guys that don't want to be out, they don't come out to get the butts kicked. So I think what makes it a problem where sometimes guys price gouge or some of the tournament fees, and some of the times these kids feel like they got to play in this extra stuff. Like, don't restrict us. If we want to go watch a kid practice with his high school team in April or May, let us do that. If we want to, like, just leave it up to the program how they best or most comfortable recruiting. I think the calendar makes it worse.
What's the most you ever paid for a purchase package?
Oh, man. Probably about 500, 550. Maybe no. Some of them make you do the
I'm hearing
recruiting.
up to 8. You seen 8?
I can't recall doing 8, but some people make you subscribe to their service.
Yes,
the NCAA cracked down on that some, but I remember I had to write $2,000 checks just to get in some events.
I heard it's real bad on the women's side, Dre.
Yeah, so the women is way more expensive than on the men.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's the cash cow. But it's crazy. Like, it just makes you mad when you have to pay for those things and the information not correct. And
Hey, Locke, we going to this now?
800 is definitely on the women's side.
I'm gonna let you read it out. I'm finna put it up.
yeah, well, that's
Let me know when you're ready.
some of these colleges like you'll spend $20,000-$30,000 in the summertime during just the live periods.
Damn.
Between travel and getting those tournament fees,
Travel,
and
hotel, eating.
Look, it's probably most of our recruiting budget. So that's the one good thing for some colleges. They ain't spending that. They're going to have their whole recruiting budget come the season. But the downside is you won't get to see as many kids. So I think it all have a value, though. But I just wish they didn't put restrictions on us.
Yeah, team camp was dope.
Hey, man, y'all gonna reach out to GHSA and tell them that the team camp was the best thing in the country.
Team camp was the best thing going, bro.
It was.
It's sad that we have to tweet GHSA to let them know that when it was their event, and it was here in Georgia, and they don't know.
Whose event was it?
The GHSA event.
I mean, they put their tag on top of it.
Who ran
Shout out to all the coaches.
Who ran the event?
It wasn't the GHSA, but let's keep rolling.
I enjoyed that thing. I enjoyed that thing.
That was something else I also thought about. There's people in the state who feel like they are the basketball stakeholders, I guess. And I think that should have changed, given our...
Okay, so we're here.
You know where I'm going.
I know the vibes. I know the vibes, clearly. Go ahead, Bryce.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like things should change.
I know what you're saying. You didn't say what you were saying.
Right?
I can't really go much deeper than that.
Well, you can't.
They telling you to let it out, bro.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Madre is usually Joe Budden. He's usually the one that can let it out.
Hey, you got the ball now. You got to dribble that mug.
I just feel like given the way
hey, watching
that
Bryce trying to figure out how to say this.
Yeah, the way that things have changed and the way that things will change. I've been watching who have been posting and commenting. I've been watching who have been tweeting a lot less, who've been tweeting more, who've been on Zoom, who have not been on Zooms, who have been, you know what I'm getting at, and I feel like certain people feel like that basketball goes through them in the state, and I'm not talking about AAU. That's talking about high school.
See, they tell me if I can't get a kid out of Georgia, so I become friends with Huff. That's why.
Exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. So, but I see Huff on Twitter tweeting. I see him voicing his opinions. I see him on Zooms. I see him active.
I'm still waiting for Bryce to let it go, dog. I give you enough runway, Bryce. You can do what you gotta do, dog.
Come on.
Nah, I'm not about to say no name. I'm not about to say nobody's name.
They say you don't want that smoke. I got your back, Bryce.
I don't even know who Golden Eagles B-ball is, so no, I don't.
Georgia politics.
I can't. Okay, we're gonna move on because I
mean, I asked Huff a simple question: who ran the camp? And he said Georgia High School. We know that's not the case.
Well, coaches ran it.
Okay, so
what you did right there, Bryce? What
well, let's name the coaches. Let's name the coaches. Jesse from Norcross, Motrick from South Cobb, Corey Black. What's my dude from Woodville? Got his name. Who?
Is it Bernard?
Lenny.
No, that's Lenny. My dude, Lenny. That's 5. Who else was on that staff? Was Wade from Tifton?
Nah, he wasn't on it.
He wasn't on there. Roy from Langston Hughes. Who else? Them all the ones I know off the head.
Are y'all increasing, or were you guys planning to increase the number of teams that were going to be in this event?
Yes.
Because y'all was getting some messages about people not.
Well, let's go back. When I said
it was emailing me and texting me. It was like, I can't stand her big ass. I was like, whoa. What my dude do? Man, he know he could have got us in that count, man.
He could have got us in.
Hey, man. When I told you GSA controlled it, they controlled it. So,
there we go.
Wow.
Oh, man. Hey.
I'm in the back gym of the Big South Shootout. Don't be confused.
Hey, they did put you in the back gym, Bryce, at night too, bro. I was there.
It's all good. The hospitality.
No, but it's also you guys ran the best event, to be honest with you. All the ones that I went to, it was the best one. I just wish they if they keep on doing that going forward, and I know you can't technically do it, but I just hate watching the teams that don't really have college guys. I just wish they.
Hey, can you say that louder for the people in the back?
I just wish they had just find a way to separate the kids just there for the play some games.
So how should you separate them, Puff?
I
don't know. I don't know either because I know.
Do your research. Do your research.
But there's no way to really do it because what happens there, all of us do favors for each other, right? In basketball. So you can't say like you gotta have a kid get recruited by college. Because what I'm gonna do as a high school coach, I'm gonna find me my buddy who's gonna say, hey, he recruited one of his kids so he can get to the event. So there's no way like to really control. I don't know how you control it personally, but I know it drives me crazy when I have to sit through some of that stuff. And I know it's a time and a place for everybody. Everybody deserves a chance, so don't get me wrong. And I was a D3 player, so I'll say it again. Like my tail would have been at home at the park if it was up to those rules, but that's probably where I belonged at the time. So
all Huff buddies played in the main gym. I'm assuming because I'm not really Huff buddy like that. So both you played in the main gym.
Whoa. That's not true. I put American something in the back gym.
icing, but and they was an undefeated team.
Yeah, so it wasn't even like that now. Now, back to the GHSA event.
But why? Why you shouldn't have put him in the back jail? That makes it a pain in the neck. Like if he's doing it for his college coaches, put all the good teams in one place so we can watch them all at one time.
Well, he talking about my event. He talking about the Big South. All you gotta do is walk down the hallway. You good.
American Sumter would have gave South Cobb a better game than Morgan County though.
I can't, but that game that game had to be played. Now leave it at that. You know,
somebody back down.
Certain people want certain people, and I say that.
I had to deal with that a little bit, so I understand.
We go back to the GHSA event though.
Are you running it?
Am I running it? I'm not.
This is Robert finds where the money go.
Hey, this is a good question. Where the money go?
It didn't go to us. I can tell you that, and we did all. But that GHSA event, man, like. Let's first start off. There were a lot of people that wanted to help out Bryce that never came to a meeting.
True.
Are you saying my name?
No, I'm not talking about you.
No, he's right.
They never
you had a meeting in Macon, right?
When were the meetings announced?
Macon. We had one at Eagles Landing. We had one at Holy Innocents. We had one at Roswell. Like we moved it all around for people to come.
Not really, but we're gonna let that slide.
I mean.
Not really. Look now, all the places you just named outside of Macon was in Atlanta.
Well, I mean, Lenny drove up from Savannah.
Lenny's about that life.
I mean, all these meetings we had to get off work for. Just saying, like everybody want to talk about, they want to do this, they want to do that, and they want to put in the work.
We on your side.
Hey,
only thing I'm mad about is that top 100 camp.
Yeah, that top 100 camp, I don't like it. It's too hard to do 100 kids at number one. And I'm telling you, man, I'm starting to not like these camp settings so much.
It's hard to evaluate. I mean,
they aren't playing hard.
They play hard at the freshman year.
Coach mentioned 5-star, which I actually went to when I was in high school too, and maybe Coach can touch on the difference between 5-star and some of the camps that we get now, and like if we could go back to that.
Yeah, just the length of time, right? You had those kids 4 or 5 days in one spot, and you got to watch them so much more. And now they just kind of resting themselves during the drills a lot of times. They're waiting for the 5-on-5 games because us coaches don't make it no better because we won't show up to start playing 5-on-5 games. So they know who's in the gym. So I love 5-star, man. That was the very first camp I ever attended. I never went to a camp as a kid. So my first time seeing a camp in action was 5-star, which was awesome, man. And I also like not only for the kids, but from the college coach's perspective, I think it really helped because especially back in those days, D1 guys was able to work those camps. So you had Division I coaches working stations, and they had a couple of assistants at each station, and they got to spend 4 or 5 days, and you pretty much got to do what you want with the kid. You got to draft your own team, and you got to coach that team for the week, which is phenomenal. I would love to see that come back personally. I was a big fan of 5-star. Watching it die down kind of made me sad on the inside because it helped me cut my teeth. A lot of the support staffs now in college, like the GAs and the operations guys, and those guys don't get a chance to get on the court per se. That would give them a chance to, practice their coaching stuff too. They could, because you can do what you want. You run any play you want. You run any zone you want. You can play any way you want to play. And I love 5-star, man. I could do a commercial for them.
That was probably one of the best. That's probably one of the best experiences I had as a player, and it helped me grow up a little bit too because I wasn't home for a whole week and I had to figure it out on my own. Yeah. I think at the time I was in DC, Maryland, and I went to like Robert Morris. So I'm like 2 or 3 hours away from the house as a 9th grader, 10th grader, like, you know what I mean? So, and you spending the night staying over the whole week.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, so all you doing is hooping. So for me, like, you really, really getting a lot of basketball in for sure.
The 3 stations a day and 2 sets of games and Station 13. It was awesome. It was a great experience. I wish these kids would get the experience that type of setup again.
Do you think Do you think it would help them if they actually went through something like that and how intense it was at 5-star?
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome, especially these young kids. I like this group of young people that's coming up. They're a lot more assertive, in my opinions. We had a group for a few years that's a little bit more passive. These guys, I think, really like it. I think they really
want to play.
Yeah, they want to play a little more. They want to compete a little bit more. They speak their mind a little bit more. So I think this generation would definitely do it. They're not as, everybody say they're spoiled, but I don't see it that way. They ask a lot of questions, which is awesome. So they would really benefit from a camp like that because there's so much teaching involved. It wasn't about just going playing games. It was about actually teaching. So I think this generation definitely do it. These young guys coming up now.
I like the generation we got too, Coach. When I was having a conversation with my mom about this, that we talk about young people, and I feel like sometimes we just get in a habit of finding whatever flaw that young people have or whatever's different about young people that's not how we were.
Yeah.
But like, I really like the music that they putting out. I really like the fact that young people are out in the street.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
They out here protesting, trying to get stuff done. Like, they're not playing around. Like, so I appreciate that from young folks, man. They, better than our generation, who we had our own method, our own way. But like, I like what they doing now.
Yeah, that's a good question. They ain't gonna just sit there and be quiet, which is awesome.
I feel like 5-star was like that event or that camp you had to go to kind of stamp your basketball kind of situation. I feel like we don't have that anymore.
No, it's crazy how, like you said, back those days, everybody would go. Everybody, once it got big, like no matter who you are, the LeBrons and the Lenny Cooks, and everybody went to 5-star. They try to prove their name.
Oh, right.
You want to get in the All-Star game. Getting the All-Star game at 5-star was like the golden ticket. And playing the second and fourth quarter guy, trying to earn your way to be a second and fourth quarter guy. Like, you just had to earn so much more through it.
Yeah.
Again, it was a really good experience from my perspective. I would love to see it come back in some way, shape, or form. And again, and I think this generation of kids would do it.
Yeah, they would do it.
I might be against the norm.
I mean, these kids, they love playing. They want to play all day long, and they're at the same time they're a product of what we give them. We allow them to be trained and get in the gym with them and stuff. We don't have camps like that, so they take what they're given, in my opinion.
And they want a piece of each other. They're not. Even though sometimes they don't get to play against each other like they want to. I think some of these kids really want to. Hey man, I want different circuits now. Like some of these kids getting pissed. Like, hey man, I can't play against the Adidas kids. I can't play against the Under Armour kids if I'm a Nike kid. So I would love to see it personally. I definitely would.
Yeah, I feel like that stuff is told to kids. Like, I think the kids really want to hoop. Like, I don't know that they really care. Like, they want to hoop.
Yeah, Huff need to start that thing. Need to bring it back. They're selling franchises overseas and stuff.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Locke, we ready to bring back the tweet of the week, man?
Huff, one of the good old boys in Georgia.
I bring it up, man.
I gotta be a good old.
You ready for it?
Yep. Go ahead and show it, Locke.
All right.
I think this goes with our camp conversation. You got it?
Read it out, Drake. Yeah.
Hey, I don't know how many times Mark Edwards has made tweet of the week, but I feel like he's in the lead right now. It says, please take this video down. This is not a good representation of the state of Georgia. I'm gonna let y'all have a do-over where there's a lot more intensity in this workout. And
hey, can we talk? Can we unpack this, please?
Wow.
Go ahead, add it live on the show, Locke.
Can we unpack this video?
Is he wrong though?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't think so.
No, he's not wrong, but I wouldn't have tweeted that out on these kids because these kids
wasn't on the kids. It wasn't on the kids. It wasn't on the kids.
It doesn't matter. Okay, Bryce, if you got a shitty workout, I'm not gonna tweet out that you just had a shitty workout. I'm gonna text you had a shitty workout.
True.
True.
Very true.
Is that what he's saying though about the kids though? I didn't take it that way. Like,
I didn't take it towards the kids though.
I didn't take it's just the tweet itself. Like I said, it's not toward the kids, but if he's cool with Mike, who's the coach of that team, or Kai Bot, my dude Kai, it's like I'm not gonna tweet that out and say you need to do over and I need to do this and do that. I'm like, look,
I agree. Yeah,
y'all. Hey, this is what we're gonna do next time. Or what that, blase. I'm not finna sit here and put these kids or the program on blast like that.
Hey, Lock, your voice sound like it's on auto tune right now.
Yeah.
You got that Tory Lanez, that quarantine radio.
Yeah. Try to disconnect and come back, Lock.
That Wi-Fi slow down.
We got you. Yeah. But no, I get what Lock is saying. I guess when I saw the tweet, I didn't even think about it like that. Like I didn't look at it like that at all.
I mean, when I watched the video, I was underwhelmed. Not in the sense of talent, because they have a lot of talent. In the sense of I was like, what am I watching right now? Honestly, like it was half speed. I mean, they were doing layups. They were doing. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want nobody coming after me. I'm just saying, I don't think he was wrong in his comments. I wouldn't have done that though.
Yeah, I probably should have done it privately. But help him out because it's about the kids, right? It's about the kids and to grow the game.
Exactly, man. You text your dude, I didn't like what I saw.
That must not be his dude.
We're gonna work on. Man, they're cool. They're both from New York.
So
man, Mike been in the game for a minute. Mark been in the game for a minute. They know each other, man. Like y'all act like people ain't. We all know each other, man. Y'all know who the who's who.
Yeah, true.
I think though that seeing those settings where things are a bit underwhelming as far as intensity is concerned, I feel like we see it so much that it kind of is like.
I mean,
they don't even stick out.
No. I'm gonna get the reason why they did it. Mike didn't put that together. How didn't put it together?
The video,
right?
I'm not talking about the video. They didn't put the workout together. College coaches want to see some updated film on them.
Okay,
so they told them, hey, these the kids we want to see. All right, they're on the same ANU team. Why not just get them in the gym and do a video workout?
What does it have to do with how hard they worked out, though?
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with that.
My thing is that it's on the camera. They weren't there. So, it's like, hey, you don't even really know how hard now. Okay.
Oh, so you're saying Mike and those guys weren't in the gym when it was happening?
They were in the gym, but that's what I'm saying. I don't sit here and think that this probably was something that was set up maybe last minute.
Okay, like a passion for coaching and getting in the gym. And I'm not throwing shots at nobody. But if I'm in the gym and if I'm in a pretty good mood, I ain't going through no bullshit. I'm probably gonna be in some kid's ass trying to get them to do more, especially if it's on camera.
Maybe we didn't get all that on camera. How long was the video?
Maybe they should have watched the video before it was put out.
Yeah. I mean, I could see what Locke is saying. I could see what y'all saying. Yeah. Like if you got something to say, email it to him or hit him. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta hit him up. I'm not finna if y'all my guys, I'm not finna blast y'all on Twitter. I'm not finna say, damn, but that was a goddamn whack ass Georgia man.
I mean, we all have practices where sometimes kids are doing things where it's not required of them to go full speed. So.
And the kids haven't been playing. Kids been cooped up in the house.
Yeah.
So what y'all expect these kids to do in the month of June? They haven't been playing basketball since.
I probably wouldn't post it though.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have posted.
Or just make it
with that level of kid that he had in the gym, it probably don't even matter.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
A ton of talent in there.
He got talent. I don't think that's going to hurt those kids at all.
They loaded. Yeah, they loaded with talent.
Yeah, I don't think that workout video, however good or bad it was, is good. And I didn't even watch it, but I don't think it's going to hurt those kids at all. They got a lot of talent, bro.
Well, you need to watch the video before you come in.
You gotta watch it. I mean,
I'm just saying I've seen a lot of half speed.
I would
like
not have tweeted that. I'm not bold enough to do nothing like that.
I saw a couple of clips, but I didn't see the full video. I saw clips of the kid that went to Centennial and then a couple of AJ White clips.
Like you got some RJ Nord, you got some Chance Moore, Logan Turner, Amari Smith out of Douglas County. They got a few good kids.
Got a lot of talent, man. That team loaded.
Yeah.
You know.
While we talking about kids, do we want to show some kids? Or do we want to go to our other tweet of the week?
Let's go to the other tweet of the week.
This is Huff's submission, by the way.
Oh.
Nope, I ain't even let you get to it, Huff. Nope.
Hey,
Nope.
you seen her face? Did you see her face?
Tweet of the week. Here we go.
Hopefully she watching right now.
Hopefully my bandwidth will allow the video to play. How about that?
Did she go to high school in Gwinnett?
Yes.
He said yes.
Hey, right?
Laughing about somebody's Wi-Fi, my shit went off.
It happens to the best of us.
It used to be mine.
Yeah.
Hey, one time I couldn't even get on the show, bro. I just had to say I'm done.
Okay.
Mondre Wi-Fi not being great to him right now.
Woo, boy. Not letting me be the man at all.
It did me a favor that time. Usually it catch me in my mouth gapped open with some shit. My lazy eye running around on my head. It just freezes. Like, dude, the world know I got a lazy eye.
Here we go.
Do you see this black woman right here? Do you see her? It's time. He took his time. I never thought I'd be sipping, but let me tell you. I'm sipping hard for this one right here. Woo! Do you see this black woman?
That's funny.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
Yo.
Hopefully, if somebody repost it.
Hey, Taylor Rooks is super bad.
Yeah,
ridiculously bad, bro.
Not much more to say about it.
Hey, do people still give out passes? Is that a thing? You know, you get that one exception pass when you're in a relationship, but hey,
I don't think you get one if the girl better than your girl though.
Ooh, that's the pass you need.
That's what the pass is for.
That's what the pass is for.
You're not about to get no fine girl pass, boy. Never seen so.
I kid you not. My homeboy, he's married, but he said, man, if my wife see her, she'll understand why I did what I did. And I would say, hey. And then I seen it. I said, yeah, she don't have no choice but to understand that one.
Coach McKenzie.
Hey, listen, bro. My thing, Bryce, though, I thought that you only could get a pass for somebody that was like way better than the chick that you were.
But she bad. Michael Jackson bad.
You know what they tell you? You know what they tell you?
I feel like she's so bad that her girl kind of gotta understand, don't she?
Andre, this what that comment just tell you. Bryce don't get bad chicks.
Oh,
hey. Now y'all know that's a damn lie.
I ain't in it. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing, bro.
We're not gonna go down that path, but we.
Listen.
Look, if you really want to go down that path,
no, you got it. You got it.
Exactly.
You got it. You
might want to be quiet before I have to download the mobile app for you.
Bryce got to be on you, bro.
You got it. Me and Bryce hang around too much together, man.
Hey, so I understand, like, you guys being silent, Huff, Dre Gray, y'all super professional and all that stuff. And it do be like it be pots and pans slamming and rattling around sometime on his feet. So I understand, bro. But just blink if blink real fast. Just use Morse code like real quick.
Hey, you see how Ho grabbed his laptop? Hey, only thing Ho heard cold red.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi was messing up, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Right, man. We're just appreciating all the gifts that we have been given from the Lord. That's one of them, man. Appreciate you. That's one of my Instagram or Twitter followers that I follow just to brighten up the day every now and then.
That man said, brighten up the day.
Hey, man, sometimes you just need a little pick me up. Work
She went and got that haircut too, boy. She like the girl off Jay-Z Big Pimpin' video. Stop playing. Shoot.
Bryce, you going after?
Nah, I ain't got that kind of bag, my guy. Nah, I ain't got it in my guy.
Hey, what Bryce said is important, bro. When you're gonna shoot your shot, you gotta know your range.
Nah, I'm not saying she like that. Nah,
it might not be like that.
I got a minimum follower count. Like if she got 120,000 followers, nah, I'm good, bro.
No, hey, my minimum is 3K, 3,000.
Yeah. You gotta have under about 2,500 for me to be.
That's how it works.
Hey, man, it's levels to this, man. It's levels to this right now. I'm a low major, mid major.
Hey, it ain't no high major. It ain't no high major in here. What you talking about?
Hey, I'm low and mid.
Oh man,
I definitely. I can appreciate it, but I ain't willing to die for it. I'll just say that. Hey, I do got a question though, and I don't know if everybody's old enough to answer this. What was y'all Black Planet name?
Nah, I'm definitely not old enough. I definitely not old enough. No,
I remember my Black Planet name.
Man.
Y'all think that y'all sliding in DMs now?
Black Planet used to be a move.
What y'all doing was nothing compared to the MySpace and Black Planet days, bro.
Oh,
nothing.
MySpace.
Nah, MySpace now.
Yeah, MySpace.
My page was lit.
My old ass.
I
said my old ass was we were still there writing down shit on paper. You had to carry 2 pens in your pocket and had some change in the other one.
Exactly.
And went to the payphone.
Hey, I had a 2-way that didn't work. I used to bring it to the skating ring.
You don't need to work. You just need to get the phone number. You don't need to work.
I just needed to get numbers. It didn't. I was a player.
Yeah.
You was plugging numbers into a 2-way that didn't work.
We had the sidekick, dog. Come on.
It didn't have no service lock.
It had no service. Hey, I had a green one.
Hey, Lock, you real, dog. You are all the way. Hey, dog, you 100 in my book, dog. Yeah, those were definitely the days, bro. I don't remember what my Black Planet name is. At some point, I got to go back and look it up.
Crunchy Black, something like that.
Hey, his name Drake Nick.
Hey, y'all. So, Lock, y'all might not. Like you said, you used to put numbers in the 2-way, so y'all understand the victory of how it feels to come back with the phone number after you went to go holler, but y'all also understand the agony of defeat.
Yes, sir.
I would love for the listeners to chime in. Which one of us do you think was you ugly anyway? Which one of us up here do y'all think was that guy?
Andre, why you saying you Andre, you setting yourself up for failure.
I just want to know who they think it is. It's a very important question.
Yeah, definitely Lock or her.
Hey, guess what? If a girl told me that, I always had like a backup. I'm not gonna tell you my backup comment was.
Yeah.
This man still
I
got.
always had a backup.
Hey, they on your head in here, bro.
I never seen anybody who used basketball as pickup lines. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like the dude will send a DM and it say my basketball dropped into your DMs. How you pull basketball into this? It's the craziest I've never. Like, okay,
Wow.
I'm done.
Don't believe the rumors.
Don't be kids that are listening. Don't be the you ugly anyway guy, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. You took the L, man. Just take your L with grace.
Take the L. Take the L.
Hey, tell them be blessed.
Yeah, hey man, we don't take L's right here, man. We take on the L's. We take our lessons. We don't take loss. We take lessons. We learn the lesson.
That's what we calling it.
Yeah, that's why I always call it.
See, Huff old like me. You young guys got it easy. Again, you didn't have all that social media stuff. You had about 15 seconds to get your thoughts together while she's walking past you.
I think social media makes it harder though.
So
Because once you get your number though, it just they start judging you off your posts and everything. Everything. They know everything about you right then and there.
I feel like if I got the number, I won. Game's over.
Yeah,
No,
but
that's
they
just the
start to
first step.
yeah, that's the first step. Nowadays they digging all into your Instagram, all into your Twitter, all they digging into whole.
I feel
all
like if I get the number, right? If I back in the day, long time ago, we talking about a long time ago when Black Panther was still running. If I got the number, I feel like that's the equivalent of you calling me in for a second interview. If you call me in for a face-to-face interview, I got the job.
Dude said he was batting 1,000.
All right.
Ah.
It's all over, but the shouting in. Like,
you get the number. You get the number nowadays. That ain't nothing but
There's nothing
back.
because they will leave you on red.
I ain't talking about the Google Voice number, dog. I ain't talking about the Google Voice number.
No,
I ain't talking about the IG.
Man, if you have an iPhone and you text a girl, she would read your text and not text you back.
With
It
the
happens to
all
the best of us.
with the all about it. With the red receipt.
Trust me, I'm seeing girls that left me on red. Then I see them in the club that same night. But then they ask me about them a drink.
Woo!
And then that's when I get in my bag.
Did you buy the drink though, Locke? That's the question. Did you buy the drink?
I ain't gonna lie, man. It depends on how good she look. I'm like, I'm gonna give you a second chance. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna work this out. Because it was faith that I came into this club tonight and I saw you.
What's that?
What you want? I drank Crown Apple.
Locke, did you say it was fate? It was destiny, Locke?
It was fate. Yes, it was destiny. If you left me on red and I see you at the club the same night and you remember me, it was fate.
Boy said it was fate.
She just didn't know it, man. She just didn't know. She was just messing up her blessings, man. Just messing up her blessings.
Hey, this is the greatest.
I'm gonna get them greasy wings that got all the salt from the GI Crickets. If that happens, you're not about to get no good drinks out of me. You gonna get some nasty food or something.
Wow.
I'm gonna get you back, baby.
Hey, Locke, you real for still buying the drink though. I'm with you on that, Locke. Locke said,
Oh shit! Hey,
Locke said it was fate.
Locke, you bought the whole group drink?
Whole group.
nah, you know that's why you
Hey,
gotta
now,
hang with guys like Bryce.
Huh?
I kind of feel like that would be
Bryce,
your
Yeah, that's right. That's
No.
probably more. That's probably more my speed.
No,
Huff gonna walk up to
No.
the table and buy the whole table drinks.
no, that's why you gotta have good wingmans. I got some good wingmans.
That's probably
I
more
got
my
wingmans that like all types of chicks. Like I got wingman that like big chicks. I got wingman that like short chicks. So you know you gotta have good wingman because it's always gonna be that other second chick. They gonna block everything. That's why you gotta take care of that player. Do that favor for me. I'll cash up you later. Take care of that.
That's why Locke got me in trouble at the JR Crickets with that old dude that one time. Because
so Dre, do you understand when I first started coming around and trying to watch basketball? These are the conversations that are happening in the gym. How am I supposed to watch the game when like this is happening in the background the whole time during the game, bro? Like these guys, man.
So you just gotta have a good team around.
I can't leave here without trying to get you in trouble, Dre, and trying to shout out y'all coach and possibly make everybody at the school mad. Y'all keep
asking about Isaiah.
Y'all, we definitely gonna talk about Isaiah.
We had a debate about that. Let's not forget.
We did. Let's go back to that. Go ahead, Bryce.
Hey, Bryce is on it today. I like it.
Okay, so my thing was, and it wasn't necessarily about Isaiah. My thing was, if the kid is slated or whatever you want to call it to be a second round pick, he needs to go. That was just my thing. I didn't look at anybody's statistics. I didn't look at anybody's anything. I'm just looking at it like, if you got an opportunity to get drafted, get picked in the second round, go. I could be wrong. You probably have way more. I'm sure you have way more information and details on that than us.
Yeah, of course. And this one, I'm a little biased, and that's, to be honest, like just being real, but not just about that kid particularly. And I think all you all got Georgia Goss, so you know the story. Right. My bias probably goes both ways. First, of course, him coming back make our team better. So ain't no secret. We have a legit chance to do some special things as a program. But the other side of it is, I ain't gonna pretend like Zay is his best friend or anything like that. But my interactions with that family, it's some pure love within that family. I think that young man coming to college was phenomenal. He's so close to dang on graduating. I know they want that pro stuff really bad, but he's 6 months away from getting the college degree. And that's the thing that to me personally now, and everybody's story is a little different,
right?
But with that one, like he's so dang on close, and I know the story about him trying to get eligible to begin with. So that's where my heart kind of goes, just my interactions with that family. Yeah. I think the kid gonna play professionally basketball anyway at some point. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily think I agree with the second round guarantee because that's not guaranteed money.
True.
If he had a chance to play himself into the first round, which he probably does, yeah, I would say like, hey man, spend 6 months, get that thing on degree. So 30 years from now, you could do something that you want to actually do when you get done playing. And the second thing is like he probably got a chance to play himself up a couple of rounds. I think personally, this is the first year I think where the team is going to be his, where people are going to be able to watch him actually run the team, which is what I would think that most people questions about him would be, how well is he going to be at running the team? I think a lot of times with the pros, as a college guy, they don't understand how it's hard for an owner or a GM to put the ball in your hands as a guard if you can't lead the team. If you can't lead a bunch of college guys into upper levels, how am I as an NBA GM going to expect you to be able to lead some pros? and that's the guy who's got that ball in the hand. And I don't think he's going to get there, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be shocked to see him play in the NBA one day, personally. But I'm a little biased. I'm around him every day. But my thing, just selfishly, I like to see him graduate personally. I think we'd be good if he decides to stay in the pro. I think we got a good team anyway. Mm-hmm. But there's no. I'd be telling the bold-faced lie if I say he didn't make us better. But watching that mom, and especially watching his mom and his brother, the ones that come around all the time, watch how much they're loved in that family. I bet I can't even imagine watching him on graduation day and his family reacting to it.
Yeah.
So, but I don't like the second round there. I think it's more like if you're a guaranteed first rounder, go, go. Second round, you kind of got to think about it because you're not guaranteed at that point. Mm-hmm. And you're not guaranteed you're gonna make life-changing money per se. Even the two-way contract, it sounds like money, and I grew up poor, so I'm not going to turn my nose up at any money. But if you got a chance to get some life-changing money, that's when I say you just got to go. You just got to go.
What I feel like from a development standpoint, and this is what we were talking about, speculating. What do you guys feel like is going to be the development plan to try to help him get there? Is it just really kind of more putting the ball in his hands from a strategic style and let him run the team, or are there certain things that you guys really want to work on with him development wise to help him get to that point?
Yeah, I think it's more just working on his skill a little bit as far as his ability to shoot the ball consistently. That's one of the red flags. Some of the advice that I've heard from some NBA guys is that when you have like definite X's against you, and in his case per se, let's say his free throw percentage is a definite X. To get a chance to increase his free throw percentage would be huge. This year's team, again, he was anybody would say he wasn't our best player is an idiot. You know, there ain't no question that he was our best player. He was the best player in the conference. But we have some other guys, and James Dickey and Kyrie and Malik Massey, who helped run that team. This would be Zay's first time to actually run the team as being just the pure face of the program, and every word that he says, the guy's gonna have to respond to. So watching him from that, let him do that from that perspective would be huge for him, I believe.
Yeah.
But the physical tools, like Zay is a freak. Like I always say, like he's one of my favorite kids all time. It's rare in this profession to get a kid who's your best player or the best player in your league, who's also a really, really good kid. He's a real humble dude, and he's zero issues off the court, which is awesome.
So much fun to watch play, man. You talking about there's kids that can get busy and everybody, but everybody's not fun to watch, bro. Like he's fun to play.
Yeah, he plays so much passion. It's so fun watching him. Like he just come in the gym like that every day. Like around here they call him all day Zay. I don't know where he gets energy from, but he walks in practice. He works in every workout. He works in the weight room. He comes in the same energy every freaking day. I don't know where he gets it from. Every workout, every time he comes in the gym, he bouncing around and dancing around, and he ready to go.
Coach, has Isaiah did a dunk in the game that made you jump out your chair?
Old and fat, man. He's done it. The one that's probably our first year here at A&T, and there's video of that thing somewhere. And it was the dunk itself was impressive because he jumped from about the dollar line and cocked it back and dunked it. But is the moment in the game, probably about a minute and a half left in the game, and they actually went on a little bit run before that dunk. They started pressing. And he takes off and dunked that thing on ball in the gym. And we at their spot. The people start leaving. It was the craziest thing. I've never witnessed that in my life. It's like an 8-point game this time. You'll think we went up 30. But they start, if you watch the film of it, I'll send it to you guys. They're climbing up the walls and they running up the gyms. Like, it was the craziest thing to witness. Like the whole their fans ran out the gym on Zay's dunk, but he just do some freaky stuff, man. It's all the time. Like, you just gotta get used to watching it.
He gave Mercer 31. Was that personal?
Zay go hard at everybody, man. He don't care. Like he plays the same way all the time. He's one of those guys. Again, you love coaching because you know he's gonna go out there and compete. He don't care what's on the jersey. He tries to do his thing. So he's a phenomenal player.
Coach, I don't think it's a Georgia at the buzzer on this NC State game on a crazy shot. That's one of them games that I definitely don't want to go through the handshake line because that was luck.
Yeah, we lost 2 games like that last year. I don't know if you realize that or not. We lost the Montana State game was the same way, same shot, same distance, everything. And it's kind of crazy because the state game, as you saw, Zay tied the game up. The Montana State game, he actually put us up 2. Kind of the same situation. He put us up 2 and the kid throw ones in from 3/4 court. So we lost 2 games like that this year, and I definitely don't want to do the handshake after those games. But those games are the bad ones. Like it's the ones where you beat the team by 30. I hate. Hey, coach, good job, man. Like you're gonna be okay.
Coach, you don't never tell them the truth. Like, hey, man, y'all better get this thing fixed, boy.
Man, y'all suck, man. Like,
I know.
But you learn to listen. You know, you get the key words as the coaches. You know, like when them guys come up to you after the game, and I've been there twice now. Where Andre, hang in there. It's gonna be all right. Like, oh man, we shitty. That's what he just told me. Oh man, we're not very good. But
any guys how's it work for guys that are not in your league, man? Are guys, hey man, you might want to try this against these guys. Like, you have any guys calling you? I'm assuming that NC State game a pretty big game for you guys.
Mhm.
Anybody calling saying, hey man, y'all might want to try this or that, or this worked for us against them? How often does that stuff happen in college?
Now that's the thing that the recruits don't realize how much we talk. All of us, like a lot of us, cross because of our experiences. We worked together at some point, or played against each other, or coached against each other. So in this business, most of us are friends. Now we got some dudes that don't rock with some dudes, but most of us have conversations. So of course, when you're preparing for an opponent, you'll try to talk to some folks that have played against them before. You kind of see what worked. The cool thing about our program, to be honest, like we won't change what we do, regardless of who it is. It's kind of what makes us hard to find games. It's also what gives us some enemies, because people feel like sometimes we're trying to run the score on them. But we the same way every day. If we score, we're gonna be in our press. If it's a dead ball, we're gonna be in our press. We're gonna pressure the ball. We're gonna play passing lanes. We're gonna be aggressive on ball screens. Coach a lot of these guys to run. One thing he really emphasized to them: if they guard and rebound, he give them some freedom offensively. So when one of our guys that's supposed to be a scorer raise up and shoot, like coach don't say one word to him. So sometimes people feel like we're trying to run up the score on them because we allow guys to just keep on playing. But we don't change who we are. No matter if we're playing state or we're playing Montreat College, like we're gonna play the same exact way.
I've never had a chance to meet your head coach. I've never had a chance to meet Wes Miller, but do you feel like he's a guy that is a builder, or somebody that you could see possibly moving on? I know nobody wants to talk about that, but coach, y'all have another 20-win season. At some point, somebody's gonna come calling if they haven't already. You have seen any Brinks trucks rolling around on y'all street, possibly?
Like, I'll keep it 100 with you. I think, coach, like we have to be realistic with everything. Everybody in the world have a price, I guess, whether it's money or situation or whatever. I think a perfect situation to pop up, maybe he'd go, but what make Wes a little bit different than me and probably some of you guys is he's not moved by money. And I don't know if I should be saying his personal business, but the dude is loaded. he got a lot of family money. So he's not going to just pick up and go somewhere just because somebody gonna offer him a little bit of money. Like somebody offered me $1 million, I'll be like, hey fellas, like it's nice knowing your dudes. Be giving the speech, man. This is the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life, man. I tell you guys. But coach is blessed, but he don't have to make decisions based on that. I think he took a lot of pride in what we've done. This is my second time in this league. When I was at Western Carolina back in the day, Greensboro, this was like always the easy game. Like my walk-ons and red shirts down there stretching for Greensboro game. Like, hey man, I'm gonna get some shots today. Let's go. But what he's done with this program has been phenomenal. And I know he takes a lot of pride in it. We spent so much time in trying to develop our players, and they have given us a really, really good platform. For example, like we one of the few schools, the only school I worked at, to be honest, where our men's basketball team have their own practice facility. And our guys got 24-hour access to that, 7 days a week. I used to always say that at other places I worked. I say it to kids, yeah, we got our own practice facility, but it was a lie. Like we didn't have our own practice facility. We shared with the girls, we share with intramurals, we share with classes. Here at Greensboro, we don't share with anybody. So we got our own facility that our guys can use to get developed, and Coach does a really good job of coming up with plans for each one of our guys. They have calendars that they have for each part of the season on specific things they need to work on. And because the school don't have football and our chancellor is a athletic dude, they do everything in their power to help us become one of the top teams in the country. So it's a really good setup. I think it'll take a special situation to move Coach out of here. And the one thing he keep on saying to us, and most people don't realize it probably from the outside, we are actually recruiting at a different level now. Some of the guys that we've signed and who's had success here wasn't really that highly regarded coming in. But I think this back-to-back years we had, top 150 guys in our classes. Most guys that we've been signing lately, we've been beating the so-called big guys for. So the way the program is moving, the way they keep giving us resources, I can't see him going anywhere, but I never say never. I never say never. I'm sure there's some opportunities out there that I would make him at least entertain it. But sure. He's not like me. Like he can't. Again, like I said a little while ago, somebody offered me $1 million. Like, hey man, I'll take you boys out when I come to Atlanta. But that kind of stuff that stuff don't matter to the coach.
College basketball, 20 games used to be the benchmark, but y'all been close to 30 a couple of times.
They got 29, man. We got 29 last year, man. The tournament. Wofford wound up getting us 3 times that year. And he wound up losing to him in the championship game. But the program, like I said, the school, again, give a lot of credit to the coach and give a lot of credit to the school as well. They really has made a commitment to our program. Like anything our guys need, like we sit down with each one of them individually, ask them what their goals are. We want people here that want to be pros, that want to play professionally. It's one of the things we ask everybody we recruit. And now we're going to be on your tail about doing the right things academically. We're going to check every class. We're going to give them tutors the school actually pay for every tutor for every class they may take. But we don't want guys that don't want to be in the gym. If you don't want to be in the gym, don't come here. Because we're going to be on your neck. We probably on the extreme end as far as our player development. Every second that we could use our guys, we will. The NCAA give us 20 hours in that week. You better believe we're going to use all 20. One of the cool things about here is something I would love to still, if I ever get my own program, our graduate assistant program is phenomenal. Coach actually hired guys that want to actually be real coaches or coach at lower levels, and that's who take our GA spots. And their job is they got 30 minutes to get to a gym if our guys call them, no matter what time of day, no matter what time of night. And we all as a staff talk about what stuff the guys need to be working on. So if I'm a player, I like to work out at 1 a.m. They call our GAs, somebody gonna be in the gym for 30 minutes. They wake up at 6 o'clock. Like that's something that's really good in our program. So our development, our guys improve at a pretty high rate. And again, if you're not getting in the gym, like he won't make it here.
Hey, this is why I love our listeners, man. I love our listeners, bro. I love y'all, man. I really rock with y'all. Dre, they don't need to pull the big truck up at the school. Greensboro has the most trips per square mile. I had no idea.
I was going to ask if that was coming up.
Job business. Why? You ain't got to say it. I say it.
But to be honest, man, you know what? That's why the love of basketball is so important here. If you want trouble outside of basketball, you could definitely find it. Yeah. It's a lot of females. It's like 6-7 colleges right here within like a 15-20 minute mile radius of the school. So we have to make sure we recruit guys that love the hoop. The other stuff gonna come because you could get caught up. Like if you walk around this campus and A&T is like 5 minutes down the street, and if you want to just come to college to chase after some ladies, it's easy to get caught up here if you're not careful. So the love of basketball gotta be above all. Huh?
Coach, let's go back to the conference, man. You said you guys won 29 games last year, happened to lose to Wofford. But this year you got ETSU, they won 30. Furman won 25. You guys won 23. Somebody else won 20. Western won 19. Somebody else won 19. Would this maybe have been the year y'all could have snuck 2 teams in the NCAA from the league?
Yeah, we talked about the last 2 years that we've been knocking on the door. You guys might not realize, but last year, the 29-win team, we was actually the last team left out of the tournament. We was the 69th team, and they told us that crap, which is sucked. It's cool that you that close. That means you're doing things the right way. But we was the last team left out. We was number 1 seed at NIT. This year, again, the conference is loaded again. The basketball in this league has gotten phenomenal. There's some really, really good coaches in this league. I think now the league is probably under-regarded nationally, but if you look at the metrics again, I think this league is ranked 10th or 11th in the NRT, in the RPI, the net rankings and stuff like that. So it's some really high-level basketball. If you're going to finish in the top half of this league, you got a squad. But even the bottom, what happens now, the bottom tier teams in the league has gotten a lot better as well. Some of those have changed coaches. So there's going to be another ground out session. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody won 30 again in the league this year. And we'll have 3 or 4 more who win 25 again. So it's funny. Again, I was talking about scheduling earlier, and all of us on all these scheduling boards. And I bet the top 4 or 5 teams in this league in the same situation I am. Somebody begging people to play us. We all begging people to play us because we got some really, really talented groups coming back in the league.
I'm sorry, we got people telling us they got blocked on the podcast, bro. I ain't blocking.
Hey, Coach.
Drew, I ain't do it.
What y'all listening to in that locker room, man? What Wes Miller playing?
Oh man, them boys control the music now. Coach be trying to Coach tries to catch up, but he listens to a lot of like 90s rap. So he likes to listen to that stuff personally. But our guys be on that, all that. I don't even know half the dudes they be listening to. I'm like a little kid. I ask them who they playing. So I download it on my phone because I like the 90s rappers as well. But it's funny, after we beat Georgetown, I didn't know the name of the dance, but they taught Coach how to do the mop. So he's in there doing the mop. Because you see the guys, like we play hard, but we try to have fun with our guys a ton. I would guess that we're probably one of the top 5 hardest practicing teams in the country. Like we get after it. We get after it in practice. We get after it in our workouts. So when that's time to stop, we really try to have a good time with our guys because we know we grind on them hard. So when we're doing all our warm-ups, we let them choose their music. And coach will get dancing around with them and acting up with them a little bit. But I don't know what's their most recent thing. They got so much random stuff. Like our team have like 10 to 15 different things they do to get ready for games. And they all kind of do it on their own. Like the last couple of years, they got this thing where they bounce the ball off their heads. I don't know if anybody saw us play this year, but it's like the most foolish thing ever. They get up there and they bounce off, like a soccer player, they bounce the ball. And I'll be sitting there looking at the other team like, man, these dudes going to think we some assholes. Like, these guys bouncing the ball off their head before the freaking game. And the referees out there watching. But they got a bunch of them to do a little thing where it's a man in the middle where one of them getting there and dance before the starting lineups and stuff. But it's really cool. We got a really fun group and the other to play. And Zay is like the ringleader of it. It'd be interesting to see how it goes going forward because he keeps the energy up.
Hey, Coach, we got a little tradition that we try to do, try to show love to some kids. At one point in time, we was just trying to show sleepers, but at this point, I feel like we've run through so many sleepers because we are the podcast that talks about the kids that nobody else talks about.
Yes, sir.
Just to pat ourselves on the back real quick. But
Mondre has ran through the sleepers. Make sure he gets that right. Mondre has ran through the sleepers. He's shouting out kids who don't need no offers no more.
For sure. I'm showing love to the killers. Y'all want to show some kids before we get out of here, man?
Let's go.
Coach, you have the option, man, of staying with us through this or Coach already told us he ain't got no life. I ain't need no life.
We know you don't, Andre. Andre.
Gotta bring back Black Planet. When he gets Black Planet back, he be ready to go.
They need to bring that back.
Nope. Y'all trying to get me killed, bro. No.
Basement. Don't even lie.
Who do y'all want to show, man? Whose highlights y'all want to show first?
Man, I'll go with mine, man. You can show mine.
All right.
Yes, I still have a 2020 kid, Bryce.
I don't know where he gets these kids from.
I went down to South Georgia too, Doc. Lamont Holmes, Ware County. 2000.
Give me that shit.
Ooh. He popped up. That's that walk. That's how I walk after I get the girl number.
I love highlights that have blocks in them. Blocks and assists.
You know, I obviously these are just highlights, but as a kid, and I definitely could see playing as somebody, you know, getting a chance with maybe a JUCO program, being able to utilize his athleticism.
You said Wayne County or Ware County?
Ware County.
Hey, bro, all right.
I just like how hard he plays on the defensive end, man.
That's tough. How tall is he, huh? Because he up there.
6'2", 6'3". So I really like the kid, and you know, obviously we hadn't shown players in a while, so he's been in the bag for a minute.
That's a good kid, huh? I had to let him rock out for a minute. I just want to see if he dunking in traffic.
I know I can't comment on kids, but I will for anybody who wanted advice about doing highlight tapes. The thing I loved about that one, the way it was set up, the first few clips showed you what the kid is supposed to be. It drives me crazy personally as a coach when somebody tell me, "Hey man, I got the shooter for you," and the first 3 clips of him driving or something else. Like you said, you got a shooter for me. Like grab my attention the first couple of clips. Right. Don't wait. You know, like if you're supposed to have a point guard for me, don't show me 25 minutes of him shooting the ball to start off a clip. I want to see him do some point guard things. So that was the one cool thing about whoever did that highlight for. It grabbed my attention with the first couple of clips, which I think is very important as those guys start doing those things. And then now it's going to be necessary with the way everything's set up with Corona.
Yes, sir.
I got a good one.
I got you, Bryce.
Is this you, Bryce?
Yeah, 2021, 6'6" kid from Denmark High School. Joseph Scott, 3.7 GPA.
He was gonna play with y'all, Bryce.
He's supposed to be. You know how this thing goes. We'll see. He's supposed to be.
What that mean? He got paid on fees, huh?
Nah, not even. You know, sometimes people just back out last minute. We just got to make sure we get him in the gym. That's it. I think last year he played behind some other dudes they had on Denmark. They were very athletic too, but as you can see, he's probably next in line. So I like to see how his game develops going forward. From what I read, I guess he does a little bit of everything: rebounds, block shots.
He's definitely athletic.
Yeah. Nice little drop step to the left. So I haven't seen him in person, but I'm sure I will soon. But he looks solid.
Nice ball.
Yeah.
Basket, don't just stand around, man.
Yeah, he's moving really well. Yeah.
A lot of tough finishes, man, in traffic. I like it.
I like it.
He's a 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
No offers yet, huh, Bryce?
You got to get on the right team, bro. Got to get with the Canes, bro.
Cane Nation.
Way that flag.
I mean, no shade. That's a good spot.
It's like, now I don't know who he played with before this though.
If he can make that shot right there consistently, that'll help the game too.
Yeah. He's shooting it.
Shot fake.
Yeah.
And that right there would definitely be. He can do that. If he can consistently hit these threes,
and he's stepping out.
tough.
So,
Wow.
damn,
Oh man.
Who transfer?
Oh man.
I
Hey,
have nothing to do with that either. Do not put that on me. I got
I'm
nothing to
like
do with
us-
that.
we're hearing a couple of Denmark kids in the transfer portal.
He going to Grayson too?
I don't know.
Shit. Hey, Slam Magazine, Slam Hoops. Yeah, Grayson every day. Shit, I probably go there too. Shit.
Hey, Bryce came out with a 50-round drum.
A Virgil. A Virgil. I keep it a Virgil over here, my guy. 2 Virgils. But yeah, he's tough. He's tough.
Coach Tolbert on here saying he can shoot that 3. I like it.
You know, sometimes a lot of kids in high school they get put in the 4. And sometimes
Whoa. People are dropping schools on here. They're saying where they go.
Oh.
My
Oh, wow.
God.
Wait,
I had nothing to do with that. But my point was, sometimes you move him out to the wing a little bit, it makes him a little bit more attractive. He might be one of those kids.
This has to be Mondre. He's showing this is a girl, Mondre.
It is.
Loganville.
6-foot guard or 6-foot forward from Loganville.
He said lies.
Obviously can shoot it. 6'1", I'm sorry. 27 record at Loganville, all state, all county player of the year. I'm sorry, all state, all region, and county player of the year. And this is Janae Charles.
You said 2021?
2021. 6'1", 2021. 3.5 GPA and can shoot it.
Man, we had 2 big girl commitments in the state of Georgia this past week. Sanaa Fagan from Forest Park.
Hey, she's cold.
Yeah.
She's athletic. I thought she was already signed going to Jacksonville. No?
No, not the big girl. She's a USA player. She ain't going to Jacksonville, bro.
No, the girl that I was talking about was turning down some big schools like St. John's and some other schools to go to Jacksonville. Is why I don't know how true that was.
Not her, not that one. And then the kid from St. Francis, Maya, I don't want to remember the name of, but she's one in South Carolina. I know.
That girl from Fort Worth.
Go to Mississippi State. Sanaa Fagan's one in South Carolina.
Dawn Staley.
Yeah. Don getting it done.
She's tough, man. I listened to her on the podcast a couple times, so she's big time. She's big time.
You got another kid?
Yeah, I got one more lap. This is Josh Fulton. He's a 2022 kid from Greater Atlanta Christian.
Really good kid. I like him.
Good kid. High academic.
Ooh.
Really growing into his body.
How tall is he right now?
6'3", 6'4".
He can shoot that thing.
High IQ. Knows how to make the right play.
That's a high school game?
Yeah, that's at Trinity Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sure is.
What school is he at?
Great Atlanta Christian.
Greater Atlanta Christian. He's a Bo Bell kid.
That's versus us right here.
In your face, Huff. In your face.
We won the game.
No, he was mad as hell.
We won the game.
Hey, Huff.
How many
After
jobs?
this game, Huff, did y'all win this game?
Yes, we did.
Did you tell them good game and you got a good team?
What's the name of it? What's the name of the report? What's the name of the report?
Hey,
Oh, yeah, he is too. Is he?
what did you tell the coach after this game?
Sure is playing.
Good game because we came back from about 17 to win the game.
Oh, that's the game you came back from. You came back. Oh, yeah. I remember that Sunday you came into the podcast like, yeah, we came back from 17. I remember that.
Yeah, Josh Fulton, he's definitely a kid, man, that I think, would have been out there trying to prove himself. He might be out this weekend at one of these camps at Shaunavon or something. But kid that was trying to get it done. Hey, we got them going back. Hey, coach, we don't know who kid is transferring where. I'm just saying that's what they said. Coach of Denmark saying, "No, my kids are solid. Our kids."
Tober and Adonis is going to Augusta too, which is a really good program. We took down there.
He's going to have fun there.
Yeah, good basketball down there. Real good basketball.
Oh, where you gonna get the ball?
Yeah, I mean, and the crazy thing is those dudes was playing, and I mean, some of them dudes, they would cook any dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them dudes was getting to it. Them guards, they were playing. I forgot their forward name, Raphael or something, but he was hooping.
All right,
Mondre. Who I got a South Georgia stud. And Mondre, you seen him in person a few times.
All right, you ready for him to pull it up?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen right now.
He's a killer. It's up.
He's a 2022 kid.
I hate when they put free throws in the highlights.
Hey, he is one of the best 2022 kids in Georgia. No one knows about. Sophomore, but rising junior. Hey, I know the footage look like it's 1993, but it gets better.
Yeah, Mike is making the footage, so it's okay.
I'm gonna mute you real quick. Hold on.
God,
got mute Lock real quick. Let Dominique get his shit off. Hey, Dominique is a freshman U kid, so I gotta shout out to Lock because that's the first time I saw him was at freshman U. But to me, he's a complete player, man. Like, that dude can hoop. And this footage do look like it's from – it do look like Stephon Marbury is playing in this game.
I ain't even going to say what this footage look like because it'll be wrong if I say it.
He said Stephon Marbury.
In high school.
This is like it's coming off a VHS camera, bro.
But Dominique Cole, I agree with Lock, though. He's a top kid in 2022. He don't get discussed as that, but he is a top kid in 2022. That's for real, for real.
2022.
How big is he?
I think about 6'3".
You think Dominique's 6'3", Lock?
He's about 6'3", 6'4". He got long ass arms. You see how long his arms are, and he plays hard as shit.
I was discussing that hoopers in Georgia, man.
No doubt.
So that's one of the. I feel like one of the big time kids that his recruitment is going to pick up this summer. Well, it's summertime now. But this summer, yeah. And hopefully, I can get one of our guys that's been on the podcast a few times to offer him.
A 2022?
Yeah.
Shit. You don't want this offer.
No, not on this part. Not you, coach. I'm just saying we had a couple of coaches who always looking for kids early on. So I'm like, that's one of the top kids in the 2022 class that no one knows about. So.
No doubt. Hey, this is over our time, man. It's almost 10:30, bro.
Wow.
I appreciate y'all. We still going strong too, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out with us.
Thank you guys.
Being here, Coach Gray, definitely appreciate you, bro. It's always great to have you on, man, and be around. It's so much stuff we didn't get a chance to get to because there's so much happening off the court that you involved in, man. And we ain't get a chance to talk about just yet, man. But hopefully we'll have a chance to have you back on maybe at better times after the coronavirus stuff, and we'll actually be back in the studio and all that stuff, man. So
I look forward to it.
I definitely appreciate all of our listeners, man. Appreciate all of our guys from across the country that tuned in with us. Keep commenting, Keep them comments live, man. You never know. I keep saying we're gonna start pulling people on the show, man, at random. So the invite might slide, man. Just let me know how we feeling that day. We kind of roll as we go. But if I put you on the show live and you don't bring me no wings when you see me in the gym, this is gonna be the last time that y'all. Just saying.
He can't be. He doesn't like y'all cricket wings.
Hey, Coach Gray said everybody got their price. Like, I got mine. Don't give me no 10 piece though. I'm fat 20.
And I seen it all 22
with fries.
No fries, bro. Give me 20.
And with a Diet Coke on the side.
That's me right there. Now I'll do Diet Pepsi and 20 wings too. I'll challenge you one day to the wing eating contest. Like I trick myself. I drink my Diet Pepsis and shit. Like I'm make me look skinny.
Hey, I don't even do that. Just straight water, like I'm actually being healthy, and then I'm just hot lemon pepper just straight to the face. I'm taking 20 wings to the face like it ain't nothing.
It's a fries.
Can't hang out, can't go eat wings with Bryce and them no more. Bryce trying to order a salad. Like,
Hey, I get a 6-piece on you. Why you playing?
I'm getting the chicken wrap.
Yeah, I usually get the wrap.
Dre, I'm with you.
But man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. But we out of time. It's a Lovely Game Podcast. We love y'all, man. Good night. Sunday. We'll see you Sunday. We back.
Oh, I might not be on the show Sunday. We got camp.
Also, we'll definitely be back on Sunday. We're gonna try to hurry up and sneak one in before Locke get back. If y'all in camp and y'all got Locke on video, like digging his nose or something like that, make sure y'all send us the videos so we can play it on the show.
You guys awesome.
But hey, man, this is the Lovely Game Podcast. We out.